You're still watching Ways. Now, today is International Day of, what's the word now? Wildlife Day, right? That's the UN World Wildlife Day. And this is an opportunity to celebrate the many beautiful and varied forms of wild fauna and flora, and to raise awareness of the multitude of benefits that their conservation provides to people. Now, the World Animal Protection has called on the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora to enact policies to protect the African wildlife for cruelty and exploitation. Now, the organization's communication and media officer, Evans, in a statement on Wednesday to commemorate the World Wildlife Day, called on the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora to enact policies to protect African wildlife for cruelty and exploitations. All right. Data shows that around 1.5 million live animals were traded as exotic pets, and 1.2 million skins were illegally exported. An estimated 1.6 trillion wild animals are killed by humans every year. Tons of animals such as elephants, pangolins are trafficked yearly. This trade is said also poses public health risk, and about 60% of the emerging infection diseases and zoonotic, with more than 70% of emerging infectious diseases thought to originate from wildlife. So that's that. So I don't even know. What people, but I hear, especially for that pangolins, I've seen a lot of research on it. I hear that the scales are like to die for and all those things. Me, I could know there's nothing you want to use to train in this world.
When you were talking about
the world, we're not conscious of things like that. We're not trained to love wildlife or to preserve. For them, it's about dog eat dog. It's the dog that catches the other one early enough, and that's it, and make money. So,
but another thing that actually occurred to me when you were talking was the fact that wildlife is something that is important. We need to pay attention to it, especially with deforestation that is currently happening in the world. And the elephant tusk is something that people actually look at, and it's a money spinner for some people. So they actually use that as an avenue to make money as well. So
I just said if I was their customer.
Believe me, they do a lot of things with it.
I know. Are you telling me? It's the ivories. It's gold. It's value.
Yes. Beyond even the elephant tusk, I think there's just a huge market. Poaching is a real problem on the continent.
Absolutely.
And a lot of these animals, it's just the same way where we say, you cut a tree down, you plant another tree. Unfortunately, it's not that easy with animals. And the fact that it's either for sport or it's for financial gain is what is the saddest part of it, because things like the pangolin scales, whether it's for aphrodisiacs, people like to eat it, all sorts of different things. When you think about it, it's like us here and bushmeat, even though bushmeat is not as problematic, but in different parts of the world, all these things, even in the oceans, the whales and all of that are being farmed for different reasons.
But there was one, I was watching one documentary on TV. They have a website where they sell all this, I think, parrots. So it's illegal, right?
No, they're all illegal, but that's the thing. When something becomes illegal, of course, where there's supply, where there's demand, they'll find a way for there to be supply.
Absolutely.
So it's good to shine a spotlight
on it.
And we can always do more. And given the fact that COVID was zoonotic, I think that we all should be trying to move away from these animals, and
absolutely,
let's not mix. We're not meant to.
Please, Ebola saved the bushmeat in Nigeria,
right?
For a bit. Norma, let me start with you.
My story?
No, Norma.
Norma. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So my story is about the aspiring female president of Nigeria, and it says 2023 presidency. God gives power, says Lagos Regent, as she tells that to the female aspirant. So the traditional queen mother, Iya Obaeko, Chief Aviola Dosumu Erelu Kuti of Lagos State has met with a 38-year-old female presidential aspirant, which we already know, Khadija Okunolamide. The meeting where the region met Okunolamide's presidential and her entourage concerning her ambition was held at Erelu Kuti's residence in Victoria Island area. So aside from being the ceremonial queen, Erelu doubles as regent of Lagos whenever the Lagos monarch's stool is vacant until a successor is chosen by the kingmakers.
Wow.
So addressing the female presidential aspirant and her team during the visit to mark the commencement of campaign tour to traditional rulers in Nigeria, Erelu Kuti commended Lamide, adding that her courage was inspiring. So she says, this is more than just the audacity of hope. It is the audacity of audacity. It gives me joy because it shows that there are courageous women, young women willing and able to answer the call to duty for the country. And she's told Okunolamide, who is the founder of Slice Media Solutions, that while her ambition was inspiring, it was important for her to understand that all power comes from the Almighty.
Absolutely.
So she prayed for her and bid her success in her bid to change the narrative of the country for the better.
Awesome. Leave it there. Easy.
Okay. Now, you said audacity of hope or audacity of audacity. Mine is the audacity to actually have a phony website for the army.
Okay.
So, this is the Army Disowns fake online recruitment portal, and the Nigerian Army has alerted the public on a fake online portal advertising recruitment of candidates into Nigerian Army 82 Division or regular recruit intake. It is said that according to the Brigadier General Onyema Wanchuku, the Nigerian Army has been notified that there is a fake online recruitment portal being currently in circulation. So I think whoever did that, that person has the ultimate audacity to do it. And if that person is actually caught, he's a culprit for life. I rest my case there.
See. We are moving on today.
Moving on. Well, my headline is all over the news. Fuel scarcity. Buy only quantity needed. NNPC rolls out measures. So the MD, the Group Managing Director of the NNPC, Malam Melekiari, has said that 1.7 billion litres of petrol is currently in stock, both on land and on sea, already within Nigeria. And they're making all efforts to roll out this fuel out across the country. He's encouraging Nigerians to only buy what they need, which is a noble sentiment. But when it takes you 3 hours to buy what you need, when you buy what you need, it means that when you have a need in a few days, you have to come back another 3 hours. So, I mean, it's good. It's the kind of sentiment we would expect you to have, but in the face of the reality, if you have kegs, if you don't have kegs, you're going to buy because there's instability in terms of power, electricity at home. So people are running their gens, then you've got to fill your car, people have to go to work. So there's a lot that stops you from saying, I'll just drive in and fill my tank. And then maybe tomorrow or maybe in a few days, depending on the type of car you have, you might need to come back and fill your tank again. Nobody has that kind of time. So people are hoarding, people are buying. All I'll say is it looks like the end is in sight from what he's saying. That as they continue to roll out the fuel, things will ease up. But the only thing that I would say to this is, look, we understand the challenges, we understand the realities of a fuel scarcity. So all we just implore everyone is, if you're storing petrol, try not to store too much and do it as safely as possible.
I like the fact that you said we understand, but the reality is what we have.
All right. The reps reject bill to regulate overseas education for children of public officials.
This is a topic on its own. Now this we could have sunk our teeth into.
Oh, should we change our topic?
You know, because this story just kind of gives you all kind of questions.
But you see, this story, it ties to the story.
No.
Because the truth is, we always believe everything abroad is better. Because why would somebody, you know what, let me leave it there. I will bring back the story when we come back from the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.